You ready? It's time for the No Pleasure Pod with BDP1. Buckle up, buttercups. Let's go.
Thanks for joining me for another episode of the No Pressure Podcast. As you may or may not be aware, I'm your host, BDP1. On this podcast, we're pushing P. That's pragmatic perspectives. That is, I like to say the things that most of you are thinking, but you're afraid to pull the trigger. It's been a couple of weeks. I missed you. Let's get started. Yeah, so this just happened, I guess, last night. The inevitable. Mike Tyson got into a fight. Surprised? Well, I guess the surprise part of it is it wasn't with another fighter. He was on a JetBlue flight leaving San Francisco on his way to Florida. And there was an unruly passenger sitting right behind him. And, I'm going to, go ahead and just say what other people, of course, don't want to say out loud. This was a white guy. He was drunk. And he's standing over, you can Google it and see the videos, but he's standing over Mike Tyson's seat, and he's, just provoking Mike. And you can see in the video, Mike is trying to give him a little bit of rope, trying to, okay, look, this guy he's had something to drink, maybe 12. And Tyson he looks almost like he's trying to get some sleep or, something. And the guy literally is standing up, and I don't know if it was his friend or just somebody else on the plane was taking video with camera phone rather. And, they're sort of having an exchange across the aisle. The next thing you know, Tyson just gets fed up, and he's telling the guy, look, you need to calm down. We've had enough. And the guy just keeps going on and on and on. And Tyson, gave him that family snack pack, with 2 biscuits and 2 sides. I think they were dirty rice and fries. I don't know if he got the sweet tea, but yeah, it was pretty bad. They continued to shoot video after Tyson got done with his Hulk smash on dude's head. He got off the flight. The guy remained on the flight. He's a little bloodied. Tyson didn't hit him with the Tyson punches. He hit him with the you're annoying me. I told you to leave me alone. Another commentator when describing this video was like, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. This is that. So I've given you the facts. Now I'm going to give you my opinion on it. Tyson was well within his right to do what he did. I'm saying this a month after Will Smith was on the Oscars and slapped Chris Rock, which was, in my opinion, unprovoked. This guy is literally over the top of Mike Tyson, knows who Mike Tyson is, and he is just going on and on and on. And we live in a world today where that's what people do, and they're hoping to get some type of reaction or response so that they can get some easy money. And it's a shame because the law allows this to happen. So because Tyson had a physical response, he's probably going to find himself, with some type of criminal punishment and possibly some type of civil lawsuit that he'll want to settle. So this guy just gets some easy money, whether it's 6 digits, 5 digits, or 5 figures, 6 figures, whatever, and just to make it go away. And to me, it's just unfair. Tyson was there minding his own business. Hopefully, he gets a judge that sees the case, or maybe even a district attorney, because charges have yet to be filed. But the guy did, after the incident and everything, he went to the police. So it looks like this isn't something that he's going to allow to just go away. So keep your eyes open for that, because I'm pulling for Mike on this. He's been very forthright with his mental health and how he's trying to deal with things. And for someone to just come out and, like I said, there's video evidence of this guy provoking him. So hopefully there's a judge out there that has some common sense and says, this could have been avoided if you hadn't had 17 drinks and provoked this monster to attack you. We'll see. So we still see a lot of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West in the news right now, but surprisingly, they're not beefing with each other. They have different beefs that are going on. And Kim has a lot that's going on. Everything from this other sex tape that she fears may be leaked, if it exists at all. And, that's on the horizon. One of her children, I believe her son, I think he's 6 years old, 6 or 8 or something like that, was, he got an ad on like a social media site or something like that, where it was talking about his mom being in a new sex tape, and it was an ad for the sex tape. So, of course, she's really upset about that. But yeah, they're not beefing with each other. So Kanye, for some of you that aren't as entrenched in the music industry, has burned some bridges over the past, several months, over the past year. One being with another good music artist, Big Sean, where he, had said something just like really flagrant. He was like, the worst thing that he ever did was sign Big Sean to good music. And, Sean, of course, clapped back and was like, look, I'm the most loyal artist that you've had on good music, on a good music label, and I've done the most, and numbers don't lie. So, Sean had that to back it up. I don't know if Kanye was off his meds, but of course, a few days later, they decided that they were going to try to, make an attempt to reconcile, and, that's been what it is. But for this particular story, Kanye is on a song with Pusha T's new album that's about to come out, Almost Dry. And in the song, he's collaborating with Kid Cudi. So Scott, aka Kid Cudi, is making it clear in the news and social media, this is the last song that you'll see me collaborate with Kanye West on, because I do not get along with that man. So things really came to a head when Kanye and Kim broke up, because Cudi is really good friends with Pete Davidson. And, Kanye, I guess, had a bit of Curtis Jackson in him. If we're friends, then you can't be cool with anybody that I'm not cool with. And, and here we are. So, Kanye tried to reach back out to Cudi and, say a couple of, things that I guess look good in public, but, he's inconsistent, I guess, to say the least. But Cudi is just like, this is it. I'm not doing anything else with Kanye. Cudi has pointed out that, most of Kanye's, his biggest works, at least his most relevant as of late, have been with Cudi collaborating with him since 2008. So We'll see how that goes. But on the Kardashian side, the big thing that's going on right now is Kim and the sisters and momager, Chris, are in court against Blac Chyna. So for those of you that don't know, Blac Chyna is a reality star. They call her Blac Chyna because she's black, and because of the way her eyes are, she looks like she's Asian. And she's pumped up full of silicone. And I mean, to me, I'm not real impressed. I'm not, nothing about that is turning me on. But, it is what it is. But she was engaged to the Kardashian brother, Rob, and they have a child together. So Chyna is taking the Kardashians to court, or they're in court now, because she's saying that they defamed her. Something even came out a couple of days ago, saying that Kris Jenner in an email said that Blac Chyna was ghetto and a bitch. Okay. If you know Blac Chyna, I'm trying to figure out where the lie is. So it's not like she called her the N-word or, something else. I mean, ghetto is, to some people, it's even a badge of honor. Not saying that Chyna looks at it that way, but, I don't see where calling someone ghetto is a bad thing. Definitely not something bad enough to bring somebody to court over, but she's trying to get money. So let me pull these another couple pieces together on this. So she came out, at the end of last month, about 4 weeks ago, saying that she had to give up 3 of her cars, and that she had to do certain things, because she's mommy. She came after Rob Kardashian, which, like I said, they have a child together, and also after Tyga, with whom she has a child. She said, she tweeted, "Yesterday I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons, my morals, beliefs. Being a single mother, no support, I'm a mama." Okay. Single, no support, child support, she added. But she has a 9-year-old with Tyga, and she has a 5-year-old with Rob. So their child, Dream. Rob, came back and was like, I pay $37,000 a year for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense and all of her extracurricular activities. In addition to that, she stays with me from Tuesday to Saturday. Why would I pay child support? LOL. Tyga came back and said something pretty similar. He said, I pay $40,000 a year for my child's school, and he lives with me from Monday through Saturday. Why would I pay child support? So this lifestyle that Chyna has built up for herself is starting to crumble, and she's going after any and everything that she can to try to, hold on to that lifestyle. That's what I see. That's my opinion. She's trying to deal with it in the court of public opinion, and then when that wasn't working, she was like, okay, well, we're going to court. So in court, what she's saying is that she lost out on an opportunity with E, which is the channel that was, I think they had the Rob and Chyna show, and it was on for 1 season, and she actually got paid some good money for doing that show. I was affiliated with a reality TV show, and I know how hard it can be to get money. But, some of the information that's leaked out about her situation is that she actually got $100,000 for the first season, which is a lot of money for a first season of a reality show. But then for additional footage that could be used at a later date for either a second season or to be spliced in with some of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians stuff. They gave her another $370,000 just for additional footage. Pardon me. So, yeah, $470,000. I guess it doesn't. Last as long as you think. Whenever you're, buying Bentleys and wearing, all this expensive stuff and going to parties and all that other kind of stuff. So that, in addition to the almost $80,000 that she was getting from her baby daddies. Yeah, and I mean, for both children to only be with her essentially 2 days out of a 7-day week, if that, like, I mean, she's coming across as I won't even say, but she's in court against the Kardashians. She's alleging that Kris and the sisters had something to do with the show not getting a second season or being canceled or whatever. That is the Blac Chyna show. So one of the things that the Kardashians' lawyer has been pointing out is, there was a fight at the house. I think it was either videoed or it was a part of the TV show or something like that. But Chyna pulled a gun on Rob and choked him with like a rope or a phone cord or something, and they broke up. So Kris Jenner, being Kris Jenner, was like, if there's no Rob and Chyna, there's no Rob and Chyna show. That's common sense. Chyna doesn't appear to understand that. So what came out in court today was Chyna admits that the termination signature on the contract is her signature, but says that she didn't sign the contract. So, pretty interesting. It's going to be fun to see what happens, because I'm sure there's going to be a signature or, a writing, analysis that's done to say, whether it's, authentic. And, like I said, it just looks to me like she's on a money grab. She's trying to do any and everything that she can to hold on to this lifestyle. And, it would appear to me that she's supposed to be the custodial parent, which means she's going to be responsible for the larger portion of the support of that child. And in this case, 2 children. So, if the formula is, I think it's probably like 60-40, then she's responsible for 60, they're responsible for 40, and that's how they came up with the, whatever they came up with. And, these guys are paying above and beyond what it is that they're being court ordered to pay. And she is just looking at this as, this is my income. She's probably getting that money, and probably, unless they're paying it directly to the school. I mean, like, I know situations where the money never went to what it's supposed to go to, but that's for another episode. But I mean, it's something interesting to look at. This is something with the Kardashians that I don't mind looking at, because this is real stuff. This isn't that fluff, and everything that they have, all the BS with other stuff. So I'm going to be interested in this. So all the sisters are there. Everybody's testifying. Rob is testifying. Chyna had a restraining order against Rob. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how she thinks that there was going to be some kind of show. And the Kardashians, Kim and Kris, actually were executive producers on the Rob and Chyna show. So yeah, if you do something to somebody in my family and I have anything to do with it, yeah, I can pretty much cancel your contract. If your brand is strong enough, you can go somewhere else. Why don't you go somewhere else and do the Chyna show? Or maybe make some Chinese food. I mean, like, I don't know, but it's just weird to me. We'll see how it goes, though. last one I'm going to hit you guys with today is Shaq giving Will Smith a little bit of advice. And I mean, and it was literally a little bit of advice, from one of the biggest people in the world. As it pertained to the slap that, happened at the Oscars, not to get all into it again, but everybody knows that Jada has since come out and she has said that she's going to be addressing this on her Red Table Talk. I'm not sure if it's already been shot. I'm seeing a lot of stuff online about how it's being addressed. So I feel like it's already been recorded or is about to be recorded pretty soon. But Shaq basically told Will, don't let your wife or anybody else speak for you. So I don't know what people think, that means. What I hear in that is you need to still reach out to Chris Rock and person to person either meet and sit with him and talk with him, or either you need to call him and actually speak to him and say, how you felt about the situation and allow that type of exchange. Not let your publicist or your wife and all these other people come out making statements. Actually be a man and, step up and be accountable to what it was that you were a party to. So on their podcast, Shaq and a couple of his guests were discussing it a little bit. And, Shaq said, and I quote, "The hood question is why he ain't do that to old boy." So one of his co-hosts was like, we were talking about August Alsina. And Shaq said, "I don't want to get into it." And, then she was like, "Well, I mean, you already got into it." And Shaq was like, "Well, I don't want to say no names." And Shaq was just like, "I didn't say his name. I just gave you what the question is." And that is the question. That is what everybody was asking. And what they're saying is, what some people are saying is, that Chris Rock was basically slapped in proxy for, August Alsina. He was there when Will blew. So, yeah, that worked. There are some videotapes floating around of August Alsina actually about to get into an altercation with somebody at a club. I think somebody stole his hat or something like that. And I mean, dude was like, he was about it, And, August was like, ain't nobody leaving until I get my hat, where's that? Where's that? So, somebody made a joke and was like, Will saw that video and was like, yeah, that's why I ain't messing with youngin'. But, Chris Rock has also reportedly gone out and sought legal counsel or either, called his lawyer. And, it is believed that he may be looking for a civil remedy to this situation. And I mean, whatever it is that he, asked, I would assume that Will Smith will write the check gladly. If I were, man being a man, I would still, Chris Rock just went through a divorce a few years back where he lost half of his money. I'd at least get that back. I'm just keeping it a buck, If his, I can't remember what the figures were, but if he had 100 million or 150, 200 million, and he lost half of that, I'd be like, bro, you're gonna have to give me 100. You're gonna have to hit me with 100. And I'm gonna wait here until the ink dries. So, but we'll see what happens with the Red Table Talk. Will Smith reportedly is still into a hospital, which he checked himself into, and is seeking help. But it's just uncomfortable because Jada's out there talking about how what Will did was wrong, and Will knows that it was wrong and he overreacted. I really didn't hear anything. Some people were trying to look at this through rose-colored glasses. I haven't seen anything anywhere that, where she really supported him. The most support seemed like it was that night when it actually happened. And she was, kikiing and, damn near slapping high fives with him. But, I guess after the dust settled and, everybody started coming for her, she was like, wait a minute, but wait a minute. I agree with you guys. He shouldn't have done it, So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll all be tuned to it. And, I'm not one to go after somebody, in social media and all that other kind of stuff, but I'll definitely be waiting. Can't wait to see it. And, yeah, good luck with that. Thanks again for joining me. This journey can sometimes be a lonely one, but thanks for giving me just a few minutes of your life. I don't take it for granted. I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, one love.